Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're In, You're In podcast. It's just myself and Josh at the minute. We're waiting for Reece to join because he's always late. This is Tuesday. We usually record on a Monday, but Josh has been ill. How are you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I had a pretty rough Monday. I didn't eat a single thing. I think I had about 3 litres of water in total. And over the space of 24 hours, I've lost about 4 kilos.
Why? Why was this?
I don't know. I don't know if there's like some kind of sickness bug going around because one of my clients who lives in the Rotherham area is also experiencing the same symptoms. But yeah, just fucking rough, mate. Bad.
Are you feeling all right today?
Yeah, yeah. Appetite's coming back. My throat feels a bit fucked still, but yeah, getting there.
Nice,
How are
So
you?
I'm all right. I'm a bit battered, guys. I'm ready to I'm ready to basically go to bed, and it's 5 p.m.
You've gone a bit slow mo, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a little bit draggy today, and that's fine because it's part of the process. You're gonna have days where you feel like that, or times where you feel like that. But no, I am sound. Like, I'm not like absolutely fucked, but you know when you can tell you're getting to that point where it's like, oh, okay, I probably need to like pull back or feed up a little bit at some point soon. Like, I can tell I'm sort of teetering over the edge. Not like I'm not anywhere near being as bad as I have been in the past, but I can tell I'm like, oh, I'm feeling it a bit now.
I
Which
think
is
you've got to have like a few days and weeks where you do dip your toe into that
Yeah, you can't every
feeling.
time it gets hard just be like, oh, I need to pull back. Like, there's going to be points where you have to dig a little bit and get a bit leaner and then fill up and freshen up. So I'm kind of in that point at the minute, but it's all good. Reece, why are you late?
If I'm honest, I didn't actually see the message. I had my notifications off, and I did a check-in, and I was like, "Oh, the message was sent through." So usually I see it come through on WhatsApp when it was on Instagram. So apologies, guys, missed out a minute and a half of the podcast.
You missed out on the most valuable minute and a half.
Oh,
Yeah,
what are you
Josh
speaking
talking
about?
about his illness.
Yeah, me losing 4 kilos in 24 hours, Finn just being a bit draggy, just general moaning, really.
I bet you'd love to swap technically. Like if you said to Finn 4 kilos,
Oh, it's 4 kilos, fuck that.
I don't know, man. You'd be there fat loss wise. You'd be like, "Oh, sick. I can eat up now."
I think I'd look awful.
Yeah, start your linear load, bro. Three
Yeah,
3 weeks out.
Not need to.
Is it just
How's
underfoot?
things? Yeah, 3.5. Well, yeah, 3.5, like middle of this week.
Yeah, you can tell
How's
Finn.
things?
Your voice sounds a bit gayer.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah, slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I do think that's something that like I don't know, my voice gets slower based on my brain working less, but I feel like I talk the same. But yeah, Finn, I think you could probably
Because you
tell.
just chat shit and just fill the void, just random noise.
Yeah, I know. Where have you, mate? Like your voice sounds awful. So you know what you should do? Just voice note yourself, and then just be like, "Oh my god," a progression of just this gayness increasing as you get deeper into
Your
prep.
voice is always gay. You literally used to get called Gay Reece.
Exactly, mate.
Mate.
You can't become gay. I'm embracing being gay. You need to embrace it. You need to embrace entering the
I'm
stage.
not at that point yet, but I'm definitely like I say getting there. Like I still have like I'm not completely against looking at
Gay,
Megan or
being gay.
touching
Okay.
Megan. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I'm still happy to touch her. Be attracted to her.
Are you happy for her to touch you?
Yeah. I'm more than happy. I'm not at that point yet.
Sweet.
I'm hoping I
Nice.
don't get to that point where I don't want to even look at her.
That's crazy. Isn't that such a wild statement? Imagine like hearing that for the first time if you're like 18. You'd be like, "Fuck this," Like we're just joking
Obviously,
about you
I'm
having.
joking and exaggerating, but like there
No,
is a
it's
point where like the last
yeah,
thing you want to do is have sex or
yeah,
kiss your girlfriend. You know what I mean? You're like
yeah.
you're not
Really?
thinking of that. Josh, it's hard, when you actually have to get lean. Like get your
Bro, I can get lean. I've got lean. I know how it feels, but I'd always be able to do something.
Yeah, but Josh,
No.
you're a top shagger, mate. You know,
Oh, mate,
you're
I
you're a
wish.
I'm
stud.
not saying I
You're a
couldn't do
stud.
something now. I'm not saying that I couldn't, but like at the end of the day, by the end of the day, we're both just knackered. You know what I mean? Like you're not thinking. Your body isn't wanting to reproduce. That's just normal physiological response at low body fat. Like, it's normal. Your body doesn't think we should reproduce now. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, no, I want to go to bed, get a good sleep for my session tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
But I also think as well
how are you?
that is going to be induced by the thought from not from your body, but from your mind wanting to be like, I want to train. You know, like if you were told,
What's great is Megan's the same.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So she's not like, she's not thinking, what the fuck? Like, why are you more bothered about going to bed on time? Like, she's
yeah,
worse than me in terms of like needs to get a sleep, like, which is
yeah.
good.
Yeah. To be fair, like I'd say last year my sex drive was like fine until maybe a week out, which I was stunned with. Like in my previous preps, it was like 8 weeks out that I could tell I was like, oh, it's dead or dying. But I think I got to like a week out, and then it was like instead of it being more frequent, it was like, oh, it works. Like I remember after I think the PCA finals, I literally like whispered to Sana, I was like, hey, it's working. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And then I think we proceeded to get like my fucking like tan, you know that after shower tan that's like kind of sticky, but like you can kind of smell it still. Just decided to get that all over as it lasted about 30 seconds because I don't think I had sex for about 10 days at that point. And I was like, oh, enjoy, babe. Hopefully that was good. But yeah, it's a weird sort of dynamic to be fair. But then as well, like Josh, like let's be honest, bro, like you definitely are. I'd say all of us would probably be leaner if we didn't bodybuild, like the average individual. But I'd say you would probably be the leanest. I'd say, like naturally, you
Do
know.
you think?
Yeah, I'd say based off like how your body worked, mate. When I saw you, you know, when you were training last, like I think a lot of people would look at your condition there and go, "Oh, like I need to push food up, or I don't feel the best." For you to be playing football, doing what you do, like you clearly, bro, your body is quite functional, being quite lean.
Bro, my right now,
Yeah.
my body's not very functional.
Okay.
I've like the football, it's gone from an hour to 45 minutes
Yeah.
to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the heavier that I get,
Oh yeah, that okay. So yeah, the heavier you
condition.
get in, yeah. I mean, your body like definitely works. Like, let's say for example, everybody's got a sweet spot where their body responds well. Let's say it's training, sleep, everything. I'd say you could probably be the closest to stage condition. Where like I'd say for Finn's is probably if you're 78 now, you felt pretty good high 80s. I'd say Finn probably 10 to 12 kilos. I'm probably 10 to 15.
I think
Yeah,
like
I think.
five, low
Okay.
80s. I feel great.
But
Like,
Josh, I think you could be 2 kilos up
I
from
will,
stage weight and be like, I feel really good. You know,
yeah,
you know, like
do you know what? I would agree with that.
yeah,
what are we classing as stage weight? Because like,
yeah, true.
no disrespect, like at probably low 80s, I could compete in men's physique and look
I
lean.
know, but it's still
Like,
relative. Like
I'm not saying shredded to the point, like, but
Josh,
it's
your
it's
your
at
look,
the same level.
your look before you were washed, so like 2024, like is that before you were washed? When
2023, mate.
2023, yeah,
That was
yeah,
peak me.
okay, PQ, yeah, like that summer shredding look. Like I won't lie, bro. I remember seeing in your fucking shorts, like your glutes were very, very, very separated. Like it wasn't you. I don't think if you had pulled off half a kilo to a kilo more, you could have stepped on. Even on if you on that day, if you stepped on a bodybuilding stage, you would have probably been like, oh yeah, he's very lean, like very, very lean.
I have never done a prep and not got into bodybuilding condition,
Yeah,
in my honest opinion, right?
yeah,
The thing that stops me from doing bodybuilding is the fact that I have got a really strong reputation as a men's physique competitor.
yeah,
And then my legs, because of my ACL, my right leg is 20 times better than my left.
yeah.
Like that is purely it. If it weren't for that, I'd do bodybuilding. I love bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It's
No, no,
just
no. It's that's what I
I
mean.
wouldn't
Like,
be as competitive.
yeah, like
But
obviously,
condition wise, I'm there.
yeah. I don't disagree with that. To be fair, mate. Like, I think a lot of men's physique guys, like, let's say, you know, like Sandeep, my client. You know Sandeep,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like insane condition, like upper body. He is like inside out, probably one of the leanest guys I've seen in men's physique, like at the amateur PCA level. But I'm not joking. If he took his shorts off, his like quads and glutes and hams are still like 8 weeks out, and he feels sound on show day because he's like, well, I've got body fat on my legs. So it doesn't matter if my upper body is like, if he's got like, 'cause I'd say Sandeep looks as conditioned, if not probably more conditioned than you, Josh, when it comes to upper body in some areas. Like his skin's super thin, super vascular,
Yeah.
but like his overall composition isn't the same. So it's very different, like, you know, when it comes to how things are. And like I said, if you were somebody who didn't get into that condition, like, let's be honest, most men's physique guys are probably not bodybuilding condition. Like, let's say Kez looks amazing, but Kez is not the same condition as you. You know, I don't. If we say this to Kez, it'd be a bit different. Like, Kez would feel fine, I'd imagine, with, let's say, closest stage weight. Well, I think you're probably a bit of an anomaly there. So yeah, but it depends on again genetics, how you are. Like last year for me, I'd say honestly, the part of the reason why I felt pretty good towards the end was because I was lean for the vast majority of the year. So it was like I was 110 kilos in May and I was 114 kilos on stage. So like when you've been like very close to stage weight for a large period of time, your body just adapts. It's when you've like, let's be honest, like let's say Finn, like if let's say you had instead of a 300 fucking week off season, if it was half that time, you probably would have been like, oh, I've kind of dipped here before, and you kind of know. You know, like the more frequent you do it, it doesn't get easier, but I think your body goes, been here before. You know, where like it's almost relearning old habits of like, I've been here, but it's been ages. You know?
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Josh doesn't get into condition or that you haven't been in condition, but I'm saying for the vast majority of men's physique guys, like it is different. Like I legit think if I was doing men's physique, I'd step on stage at like 80 to 82, and my like legs wouldn't be in, but my upper body would look better at that just because I'd be a lot fuller and fresher, rather than like having to get that extra few kilos off to get the lower body in.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is, no, Finn, I'm going to jump in, so I will move on quickly. The funniest thing is, for me, men's physique is harder because I have to diet more because to get my lower back in. So if my glutes and hamstrings come in before my lower back. So I technically don't need to prep as hard as a bodybuilder because my glutes and hamstrings come in and no one's going to go, oh, his lower back's a bit soft if he's got striated glutes. 1,000 IQ play. That's what I'm going to say.
I like it.
Yeah.
Right, we've got FIBO, we've got PCA Naturals 1, we've got Jack Eagles showing / plans to discuss. So, where should we start?
FIBO, Reece, take it away.
Sound. Have any of you boys, I know Finn you haven't, Josh, you been to FIBO before?
I've not, mate.
Okay, so firstly, it's hard to quantify because I feel like every time I've been asked by a few people, and I feel like I'm quite negative towards it, and I'm really not. It was very, very good when it comes to the whole, like, the experience. There was 11 halls, so when, Finn, you went to the 24 Arnolds, didn't you? With the Expo. Did you, Finn?
Yeah, you did. I saw you both there.
Yeah. Josh, you went to the 24 Arnolds. It's just more so we went to the pro show. I couldn't remember if Finn walked around. Yeah, Finn, we walked around because we had that kid who came up to us and he was like, oh my God, I love a reel or whatever. I love the Once You're in Your podcast. And he just said it to me and I was like, Finn's here, mate. Finn made that joke. It was like, there was 11 halls that I'd say were probably 70% of one of those Arnold halls. So to put it into perspective, like it was like the Arnold UK 2024, not the one that that apparently wasn't the biggest and wasn't the best. It was one of those times by like 7 to 8. Like it was pretty substantial. The problem is most of the halls, I'd say a good 50% were not for people like us. It was like AI. There was 3 halls with just gym kit, and the gym kit was like Matrix, Techno Gym. There was a few like Gym 80s, but I'm sorry, I don't know about you boys. I'm not interested about going to an expo to be like, let's try out the new hammer strength super squat press. Like, no one gives a fuck about that.
Did you not like go and have a look around though, like for potentially buying stuff for your gym?
Should have been doing.
Yeah, sounds like you've missed the trick.
No, but the kit wasn't like it was like Atlantis. It was knockoffs of like Atlantis, to be fair. It was like knockoffs of Prime. It was, like I said, Matrix, Techno Gym. It was the big gym chains. Hammer Strength were probably the only ones that I was like, oh, I actually kind of want to see what kit they've got. But I wasn't really like impressed. It wasn't like it was, if it was Prime, Atlantis, Cybex, you know, like let's say Nautilus. The latter two don't even produce kit anymore, so it's a bit of a tricky one. Like New Tech, you know, have you seen the New Tech stuff? Yeah, like that. I would be like 100%. Let me go fucking have a look. Let me see. Let's see if I can get some cards. See if I can get some deals going. that'd be really, really cool.
New sponsorship, bro.
Yeah, legit. So there was 3 halls for that. There was like a hall for AI. There was an entire food hall, which wasn't like, it wasn't being bodybuilding food. It was just strange. And then there was 2 halls for like bodybuilding. But like, for example, Tevio, they had the 3rd biggest booth there, but it was very much just like that it was very much just like lifestyle bodybuilding. So it wasn't, you hear where, like, for example, when I was in the Arnold's in the US, that was like every booth I was like, this is fucking cool, this is quite unique, this is tailored towards directly bodybuilding. Where that was very much tailored towards like overall lifestyle. So it was like, clearways and shit like that, like, let's be honest, nobody, unless you're fucking paid, drinks Clearway and enjoys it. Like that's just something. Sorry, Josh. Maybe you do.
Creatine gummies as well, bro. They're pretty good.
They were selling them as well. So it's just those basic sort of stuff. And as well, it was honestly so busy. Like, I know there's been a bit of drama about fucking PTSD and bodybuilding recently, which, I mean, we can get into if we want. But I legitimately got like some level of anxiety when I went back in on Sunday. You know when you've been like somewhere that's like super, super busy, super, super loud, and you hear the noise or you see it again? I was walking on Sunday and it was my third day and I heard like the dun, 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 and then some Germans guys like, and I was just like, oh God, I have to be here for another fucking few hours. And it was like immediate stress. Like, your body just tenses up and you're just like, oh. But yeah, Cologne is a place for sound. The gyms are cool. But I was very happy in a sense that I didn't pay money. Where, like, let's say for example, next year I would want to go to the Arnold's again. I will happily spend however much it cost, and that was an expensive trip and stuff. But it was awesome. FIBO, I'd say go, but it's so intense. The only way I can imagine it's fun is if you go with the boys and you just go and train. Let's say if us three went, and we went and trained. We went to the Expo for like one day tops, and then we literally just like mooched around on the scooters in Cologne. That's what me and Snyder did for the second and third day. The actual FIBO itself was just so intense and so like just a lot. That's my review.
Did you watch any bodybuilding?
I was going to say, did you watch Jack or did you see any of the shows?
I tried. This was such a mess. Me and I think his name's LSW Films. He's a dude from Birmingham. He was films for he was there. He was filming for James Hollington. He wanted to film for Jack because Jack's videographer let him down apparently or something. Me, him, and Sanaya were running around trying to find prejudging. He commented on one of my pics saying like, rumor has it he's still looking for prejudging, because I honestly clocked up about, I'd say, 8,000 steps trying to find when classic prejudging was on, and no one knew. And it was like all the things, it was like 10 bodybuilding. So I was like, okay, bodybuilding will be in 10. You walk around, it was in 4 that was like AI, and you had to go up down these. There was no clarity. So I dread to think what it's like to compete in, unless you get told go to this place. But to watch it, like, we asked the people, where's bodybuilding, where's prejudging, and they didn't know, because it's like there's 100,000 things going on. There's like arm wrestle championships and shit like that they do there. So yeah, like I didn't watch any, which was a shame. But yeah, hopefully, like,
Sass looked fucking ridiculous. Sass looked ridiculous.
Sass is ridiculous, isn't it? Like, how old is he now? He's got to be pushing like mid-40s.
35?
No
what,
chance.
40s?
I'd swear,
He's got to be. Yeah, he looks fucking old.
He's fucking old. Let me Google. Let's have a look. I'm going to say
he's wicked, isn't he?
Sassan,
like full, absolutely peeled. Like, yeah, he looked very, very, very impressive.
For a brief second there, I didn't realise that was a TV screen behind him. I thought that's how the person next to him was posing as well. I don't know if you clocked it at the start.
Can you see it? Right.
Yeah, when it goes back round to the start, you'll see like another hand moving.
The funniest thing is, Sassan, when you Google Sassan, it tells you he died in 2020. Like AI, Sassan Hirati or whatever was an Iranian-born British IFBB pro open bodybuilder known for his work in the UK bodybuilding scene. He moved to UK at age of 7, began training at 13 to 14. He passed away in 2020. bro's living like he's respawned.
Yeah, bro went to the gulag and came back with 20 more pounds.
Yeah, literally. Oh, Dragistan and vibes. 3 years there, comes back, fucking wins some pro shows. Yeah, shit.
Very good.
Yeah,
he's crackers.
Yeah.
So good.
Is it telling you how old he is?
No, it tells me he's dead. So this is, I don't know about you boys, this is definitely the most jacked dead dude I've ever seen. So, but someone who's dead, fair play, really, really good.
Yeah. Do we have the placings from anything? Because I've literally seen photos of a few people. That's it.
I don't even know. Like, to be honest, the guy that came second looked decent, but I don't know who he was.
Oh, did Sassan win?
Yeah,
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 oh,
he
easy,
won
easy.
by
Yeah,
some way. And then Mo won the classic. The classic was more competitive, wasn't it?
yeah.
Where did Jack? Do we know where Jack came?
I don't think he
11th,
placed
I think.
11th.
Yeah,
I knew it was
Fucking hell.
between like 8th and 12th from his
yeah,
YouTube. But I didn't
Bless him.
know exactly.
yeah. I saw the scorecards. Gonna be honest, 11th place is like that. That's harsh, but I say harsh. It's accurate, but it's harsh. Like
Where were
11th
the?
place. Yeah,
What was it here? Yeah, Jack 11th.
yeah.
Down.
He looked better though.
He did.
Like from what I saw, he
Yeah,
looked fuller. He looked better.
the problem is though, whenever Jack's full, he then just looks waterier. Like, and it's quite noticeable, you know, like, and that'll be noticeable against, like, for example, dudes who are super full, super round, super bubbly, and then super hard. Like this dude, like you can see he's very full. Look at how his arms are so bubbly, but then also look at how dry and tight everything else is, and it's like that sort
But
of
that comes
balance.
down to how he's being peaked.
Oh, yes, to a certain extent, but there's also then genetic limitations. Like Jack did the exact same last year where he filled up and then just he looked better,
Again, the way he was
but
peaked.
but you still gain water. Like if Jack, let's say every time he's full, he just looks watery. Which, let's be honest, after every single show he's done as a second show has happened, you kind of bet on, okay, that's probably going to happen. You know, to a certain extent, because he's probably not got the maturity in comparison to his top dudes yet, and older dudes most importantly. So I'd imagine that will obviously come with age, more muscle as well. He'll look fuller when he's not. Like there's probably, let's say, when I say that about Mo, wouldn't surprise me if Mo afterwards was like, oh, it's actually probably slightly flatter today. You know, but it's not as noticeable because of how much fucking tissue they have.
Yeah.
I also think how Jack was peaked could have been a lot better.
Would you say so?
Yes,
Based off
What,
what?
this time round or last time?
both times.
Yeah. I think last time needed way more food. This time, fucking hell, did you see that he were having issues making weight and had to go and sit in a sauna for an hour? Like shit like that. I know that you got to do it to make weight.
Traveling and obviously this is nothing against Jack at all. Like I love Jack and obviously I want him to do amazingly well. And I think it's a shame that his peaks could have gone better again this time. They were probably better than last time, but they still weren't great in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because Jack's a great guy and he works really fucking hard. And I know that he stresses out, and I know that Kyle helped with that. I know he was saying like Kyle's been really good with him mentally in terms of like managing stress, but also a lot of the stress comes from how the first peak was and then changes that they needed to make for the second peak and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jack's probably been the biggest problem of his own prep. Like, take Kyle out of the picture. Jack being who he is, he had to go and do, the Arnold's in the UK, and then had to go and fly to Pittsburgh and all that kind of shit, competing in Cologne. Like, there's a lot going on there for someone that needs to be perfect.
And needs to be stress-free, which is difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole Pittsburgh thing, obviously, I know he said that he loved it and it was, like, worth doing. And it is for, like, business opportunities and stuff. Of course it's worth it, but obviously the impact that has on your body, on anybody, like, it would, no matter what, you're going to be... It's going to be hard to manage that stress.
Indeed. So, fingers crossed, Jack goes into an off-season now. I can't imagine him competing again. I've not actually spoke to him, but... Yeah, if I was in his position, I'd probably wrap it up and do the important shit, grow a bit more.
He does look good. Like, we all know the potential is there, isn't it? Like, it's just, he's still young, like you say, 100%, but I also just think, like, I'm not saying if he'd have been peaked absolutely perfectly, he'd have won all these shows. I don't think that at all, but I think he'd have done better.
Yeah.
Interesting. Finn, what have you got up on the screen at the minute? Because we've still got...
your screen for sure.
Oh, right. I could hear you clicking.
The thing is, though, like, no one disputes that Jack looks fucking fantastic on his own. The problem is bodybuilding isn't won by individuals. So it's like, you can look at this and say, yeah, and then look at any photo of him standing next to somebody and it's like, like it just doesn't correlate, which is literally what bodybuilding's all about. Like, structure and shape is not just a silhouette and how things look. If you were to kind of squeeze, like if you were to squint your eyes, Jack's Mr. Olympia. If you were to then look at the finer details, Jack is 11th place at the FIBO. And like as a result, like there needs to obviously be improvements. But Yeah, I think like it's weird because I think his placings are actually worse than last year, and he did easier shows this year with worse standard people. But he has improved. He's improved massively. I think it's just, I think for as you said, Josh, like the experience of like going through all these sort of like trials and fucking tribulations stuff, and going through like just preps and stuff, and learning his body, and essentially like trying not to. It's hard because you can't just say to somebody who's a very like a top athlete at a young age, don't give a fuck, but like just go with it and go with the flow, and he'll end up probably looking a lot better. But again, we say that we're doing this for fucking fun. Jack's doing this with contracts on the line, a lot of social media pressure, and like the sad thing is, like if you go from let's say before the shows, he's favourites on everybody on Instagram, like everybody and every single bodybuilder that board is Eagle's going to win every single year. So that's going to play a role. He has probably the most followers out of every like. You don't see many guys with his level of followers who are finishing 5th and then 11th. You know, like it doesn't happen. Like I guarantee the guy who won the previous 2 shows, Mo dude, he probably doesn't have a fraction of the followers. Maybe a little bit more now, but he had a fraction of the followers. He doesn't have as much noise going into the show, you know, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Do you think that can play against you?
Oh, definitely. Like, I'd say it can go for you in regards to, like, eyes will be on you, I'd say. For sponsorship opportunities, fucking, like, things like Gymshark taking them out. I don't think, again, Gymshark have a fair few top dogs. They're probably not going to be taking out, let's say, somebody who isn't a top dog social media-wise. So, for that aspect, sick. Yeah, sorry, Josh. But for that aspect, sick. But from a bodybuilding standpoint, I think, again, like, think about it. If, like, you were to go on your Instagram and you get tagged in a Bodybuilders Without Borders post, they posted me at like 3 a.m. Last year, so I like woke up to it, and then I had loads of comments and loads of DMs. Immediately, that's like if you're getting told Jack's gonna win, you know, you'd be like, "Fuck, this is like," without you're a young lad, you'd be like, "This is fucking sick." That's gonna play a role, you know, and then you start overanalyzing your travel.
I agree. I 100% agree, but I don't think it's like changed Jack in any way, has
No,
it?
I
But I
don't.
think it definitely will be underlying pressure.
Yeah,
Like it's not changed him. I don't think he's any more cocky or arrogant or anything because of it. I think he just probably puts even more pressure on him, which is the worst thing that it can
Yeah.
do. And
think-
again,
yeah.
like I just think for him to be his absolute best, and this I was going to say it at the time, but I just obviously like I never did. I thought he should have done the Arnold's in the UK just because it's at home. He was looking good, and that was like what 7 weeks out from his first main show. He was looking really fucking good. And like, yeah, it would have been a lot of pressure because it's Arnold's UK, but it's still just like it would have been fucking cool. You
it's
know what I mean?
invite. Finn, Arnold's is invite though, so you can't just turn up.
Oh, that's
So-
a shame.
No,
Yeah.
well, I'm sure he could
Yeah,
have.
I'm sure he could
Yeah.
have done it.
Yeah, he definitely could have got an invite. With how it works in Open is you have to have won a pro show. The Classic's a little bit different. It's not the case. But yeah, I
You know,
agree.
mate, let Sam Sulek on.
Yeah,
Who's got the
Obviously,
biggest social media, bro?
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and you can go, we should have done this.
Yeah.
But I just remember thinking, like, Jack could do the UK, and it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, and he was looking good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he didn't look good at these shows, but it wasn't like he was out of shape when the Arnold's UK was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, other
PCA
than that,
Naturals.
Sass was a joke. Mo won obviously back-to-back shows, and then what have we got this weekend? We got another show this weekend.
You guys see Matt Grego get third, by the way?
No, but I saw he was in I saw the first call out.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see the result in the end.
Yeah, so Grego got third, which was a bit crazy because, like, I remember seeing the lineup and it was like the dude that won. He's coached by a guy called Austin Brown, who like I speak to a fair bit on Instagram, and like by the looks of things, it was like a complete. How the fuck did that happen? Because Grego's like a top dude. Like he's like a. I don't know. I think he finished 12th in the Olympia or something, but he's like most people's top 10 classic dude in the world, finishing third at like a pretty poor show, which is pretty crazy. Especially considering how consistent he usually is.
Was it deserved?
Yeah, no. I think it was more so Grego should have won. If Grego's first show was that, he wins. I think it was more so a case of he wasn't really on, and the dude that won was like really on and really like you could see was just bursting full and super hard. But then I think they looked at it and thought, you're worse than you have been before. We're not going to reward you here. Like, I do think if it was judged very... Again, I wasn't there, but like if you were to judge it simply on who's the best athlete, I think probably Grego could have won. At least he could have got second. He should not have got third. But I think because he was a bit off, they were just like, we've seen you better. These guys are like bang on the money, we're going to give it to them. Which I kind of agree, but don't agree with. You know, like it's the same as like very similar to when Josh Croggan finished fourth in a PCA show and got told you're off, mate. You're out of shape. And yeah, it was because he did a show in the morning of. Josh, do you want to share anything about that? Being told you were off by a judge?
No.
Which judge
idiots.
was that?
Multiple.
All the judges, they put him fourth.
Hey, my DMs are blowing up with judges.
Just telling you that you look shit.
Yeah, you look shit. And then the day after, it was like, oh, bro, what did you do differently? You looked amazing. It's like, well, how did I place worse?
Yeah. So yeah, there's this weekend. Well, you've got this one, Moscow. Looks like a huge classic lineup of 5 Russian blokes. Jack should go and do that one.
Yeah, Jack, come on, mate. Get to Russia.
We've got the Arnold's South America, which, I mean, there's not really much of a lineup here in bodybuilding. Blessing.
Is that the Brazil one?
Perez.
Is that Brazil? South America?
Yeah, basically South America. It's the Brazil one.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying it's going to be this guy and Blessing, who will be.
Mate, why has Naz not jumped into that? That'd have been sick.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy.
It probably will be, man.
Have you seen the classic class? Like, I mean, I'm not. Maybe
No, that's Moscow, that, bro.
Maybe I'm being disrespectful. I don't know any of these guys. Yeah, but I don't think there's. Oh, here we go. This is the classic lineup. What they say in classic, we have Rodrigo. I don't know any of these guys, to be honest. Do you? This guy looks good.
What's his name, man?
They look tiny on my screen, mate. Can't see him. Look at this guy. Our bodybuilder. They're a good bodybuilder.
Either way, we've got that show coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's discuss the PCA Naturals. Josh, you were there, right?
I was there, mate.
How was the show?
How was it?
It was dead.
It was a show.
It was a show.
I thought, judging off like what I saw on socials, you know, usually when PCA post reels, because they get good engagement, they get pushed to the top of your page. I got to like 3 p.m. and I was like, oh, there's a PCA show today. What?
I thought this. There was a period of time where they didn't post any for like hours, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because Lewis won. Shout out Lewis. He won the junior class.
He looked really bloody good.
Yeah. He's a teen. And he won that class. And then like after that, I was like trying to keep an eye on the show, and nothing got posted for like 3 hours. And then they posted again. So I was like, there's something going on. This guy was the standout for me.
Yeah.
German dude. Guy, the overall German dude. He was really good. Lewis, obviously, really good. Lewis missed the overall because he went back to his Airbnb and didn't realise what time it would be on.
How? What? How was Josh there? Did Josh not go make the overalls at this time?
No, Josh wasn't there. But Josh told him it'd be like early afternoon, I think, or like told him it'd be afternoon. And because the show was so dead, it was like, what time was the overall, Josh? Like 1 p.m?
No, like 3:30, 4.
It wasn't. Josh messaged me by that time saying, I'm sure Josh messaged me by that time saying like.
I mean, I left before the overall because you kind of knew who were going to win the overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was like early, like it was earlier than usual. You know what I mean? Like usually PCA overalls between maybe like 4 or 5 p.m. But I think it was maybe like 3 or 2. You know what I mean? It was early. But yeah, either way, the guy that won it looked great. Wow, what did he look like in person, Josh?
He looked great. It's one of them, mate. It's really difficult to say that. You just hope that the people that have done well in this don't think, oh my God, I'm of this really good standard, I'm going to go into an off-season. They ought to do another show. Apart from Prince shouldn't do any more shows. He needs to have a rest.
Prince needs to stop.
Yeah. I actually don't know what Prince is gaining out of competing at the minute.
Yeah.
He just enjoys it, doesn't he?
I know, but like, what's to enjoy?
Can we?
He's been given multiple pro cards and he's not took them, and he still competes in amateurs. It's like, I don't know. It's like turning, 30 years old and still playing under 18s football. Like, just play with the standard that you're meant to be at. Do you know what I mean?
When
like Garnacho turning up and playing fucking Sunday League.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Like
Yeah.
Lewis rigidly doing PCA. What the fuck? You don't have to be pro, bro.
But,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. To be fair,
The
great
the
decision.
wellness girl looked good.
yeah. She looked very wellness.
I will
Yeah,
say,
very well.
can we give a shout out to Ty underscore? I think is it RFF?
Yeah, he's a lovely guy. Isn't
Legend, such a nice dude. Yeah, Josh, did you see his handstand?
Did I see his handstand? Of course I saw his handstand,
Yeah.
mate. He's the most emotional guy that I think I've ever met.
Yeah, he's
he?
lovely.
He messages me all
He
the
was
time.
like sobbing when he came off stage.
Yeah,
Was it?
If someone had said, like, I don't want to sound dramatic here, but if someone said, "Oh yeah, his mum's just died," I'd go, "Fair play."
Yeah.
That's the level of like.
Because he didn't win.
yeah.
You what?
Because he didn't win.
No.
No.
Very happy.
Oh mate, he was so happy.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking hell, because if he reacted like that because he didn't win, I'd slap him.
Yeah.
No, he's a really nice guy. He said lots of positive things about the other podcast that I'm on. He also said that, Yi's fine.
Yeah.
And then he reckons he could eat more cream eggs than me as well. So I look forward to seeing that, bro.
I
You remember this guy, Reece?
Hmm?
Remember this guy?
Trained by Jack. Oh shit, that's him. I thought he quit bodybuilding. That's crazy.
This is the guy that was against Josh Bogdani that year.
And Conrad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah,
realise.
Lewis beat him.
Hmm?
Lewis beat him.
Oh, that's crazy. Really?
Yeah.
First?
Just
Can I
like
give an interesting opinion on it? I think he's more men's physique than bodybuilding. Not
Jack.
yeah, Jack. I think if Jack did men's physique,
Yeah, I know
Midsection looks great. Yeah.
I
He's
think
wide
he'd be pretty
back.
undeniable.
His back's wide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well.
He's a really nice lad, but I'm going to be honest. His hair has made him look 20 years older. Like, he was a baby when I saw him on stage. That's crazy. I honestly thought he was doing like fucking high rocks or some shit. I thought he stopped bodybuilding. So yeah, good to see that he's still going strong. The class of 22, Comrade, him and Josh Bogdani. Yeah, very cool.
Sorry, my
Shout out to one of my boys as well,
Yeah, men's
Kyle. Yeah, came second in men's physique. I thought he had a prettier physique, but they just went for someone that had a slightly denser look, which is fine. We take the second place. We rock and roll into the rest of the season.
Sorry guys, my laptop is just going like absolutely mental. Then I'll get your client up, Josh.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, Kyle. What he came second? Yeah.
Yeah, came second in physique.
Was it this guy that
That's
beat
not
him?
it. Yeah. That guy won. His
is
Superman pose was sick.
He is good. I thought he looked on the show review thing. He stood out. I thought, oh shit, he's good.
Go up.
Yeah, you have to like click the reels for some reason. I don't think they have them on the page when they post everything.
No, they posted
He
his
did post some
photos.
of him. I
Oh, did
saw
they?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, left there.
Yeah, the other guy
Yeah,
is good.
very good, very
Kyle's
good.
great, but the other guy just
His abs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit just generally.
Mate, his abs were so dense. He's got got a midsection like an open competitor. Very good.
Yeah, he's like I say on that show review, like the summary. I thought the men's physique guy stood out. I thought he could have won the overall. I know obviously Prince did the overall,
Yeah.
so Prince won. But based
Mate, I
on
think that Nicholas guy was the men's physique short guy was unlucky not to win the overall. From what I saw,
the men's physique standard looks good.
mate, the turnout for men's physique was good. It was the only one that like they were able to do 2 call outs.
Yeah,
I think there were like 30 people in physique in total.
Yeah.
There were two. There were 2 in bodybuilding.
What, the entire
What
thing?
There were none in short, 2 in medium, none in tall.
The thing is, though, like, let's be honest. I think it's because of how I say popular classic is, but also natural guys who are doing these earlier shows. They are going to probably look more classic. That's why, like, I actually think classic bodybuilding is a bit of a tricky one if the show isn't super busy. Like, if PCA go to having, let's say, 10 shows, they honestly, like, I'm not saying they should sack off classic for naturals, but like, if they have 10 natural shows, you're dividing so many people, into the fact that like bodybuilding.
just the time of the year. I
Yeah.
think the next ones will be busier.
No, it
Like,
happens, mate. Bodybuilding's dead. Yeah, like bodybuilding is the smallest class now. Like out of every PCA show, unless it's like a finals, and even then, like in the class, the classes I did last year, there was literally like the overalls were the only times I was against more people than like a handful. I did finals. There was like 12, but like I wasn't in any big classes. Like men's physique, I was accustomed to like British finals, 15 people. PCA regional
Yeah.
shows, 6 to 10 minimum, you know, where like this time around, like bodybuilding, I was like, how small are these classes? Like, you walk out, you're already in the middle because you're like, get sick, there's 3 people and I just happen to be in the middle here.
it
Yeah.
is like you say, classic is a lot. But I've just meant the whole show will
Yeah.
be busier.
Yeah.
Like in the next ones.
Yeah.
There's 3 PCA shows this weekend. There's a first timers in Watford. There's a first timers in Ireland, and there's an Irish Naturals, all on the same day.
I think that Ireland show could be pretty pointless.
It's what the Naturals one.
If they're able to do 2
We've got a
shows
client
in
it.
one
Josh,
day.
Noah's got a client in it.
No, Josh, they do that though. Like, if you think about it, they're both like handicapped by design. So you've got obviously naturals, major handicap, mental handicap, and first timers, major handicap because you're first timer and you're probably not going to be the best. But like in the Derby one, at the end of the year, the Open, they have the PC Open, which is the regular show, and they do first timers after. No, they do first timers in the Open. So it's like first timers morning. They speed run the fuck out of that, and like then they do the second one, which is like that goes on till like 7, 8, 9 p.m. I remember Jakob being on at like 6:30 p.m. last year, and he was in classic. So like maybe it was 5:30 or no, it was about 6:30, and that's classic. And obviously you go classic, then bodybuilding, then men's physique. So if you're men's physique, you're on at like 9 p.m, which is crazy.
Yeah. Finn, is Shay going? Do you know? Just out of curiosity, or have you got anyone in your team that's going to the show? I want an honest review of the turnout of that show.
Noah's going because he's got a client in it. Shay will probably be there. I think he's judging maybe. I know he told me he got asked to judge. He goes, yeah. I know he got asked to do it. So yeah, I don't know if he said yes or what, but I'm sure he'll be there. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know how many people step on those stages.
Yeah.
I think after. Well, I don't know how busy the Naturals 2 will be, but after the Universe and the Naturals 3 and stuff like that's when it's going to get busier. Maybe and Naturals 3, maybe not, because that's a bit of an awkward time.
The natural one at the end of the year will be super busy like last year.
Yeah, but last year it was naff. The qualifier was great, and then the finals was like just the same people but less because people didn't qualify.
Yeah.
Nobody from the earlier shows did it.
Yeah.
Like
it's a weird one, isn't it?
Saturday was so good.
Yeah.
The Sunday was shit.
I think they're better off doing almost like a season A and a season B with things.
Yeah,
So like you'd almost have like 2 pro qualifiers each year.
Well, why
Imagine like
natural classes at Universe. Make the Universe. Is the Universe 2 days anyway? Like, surely you can make it 2 days and just do like natural half. Like
that's what I was going to say. Have a Naturals Universe and then do Naturals 3 and 4 like August, September, and then finals October.
Yeah.
Or you
Like,
could turn Naturals 3 into a Naturals pro qualifier.
Yeah.
So then you'd have 2 opportunities to give more natural
Yeah,
PCA
that's
pro
what I was going to say as well.
cards
That's
and
a joke.
build the
Like,
pro league.
how is there literally only one opportunity?
Ryan, bro, come on, give us a ring. It's all good. We'll sort you out, mate.
Yeah, there's only one opportunity for natural like men's physique guys or bodybuilders to get a fucking PCA pro card. Which, to consider, so you're telling me this entire year, guys, there's only going to be 4 natural athletes to get a PCA pro card. How the fuck are you ever going to do a natural PCA pro show? Cool, we'll catch you in 2032. You know, like that's the sort of like vibes that we're talking about, which is crazy because like I know they've got a lot, but like there should be even like again, this sounds a bit bizarre, but like let's say the Welsh one that's like the pro qualifier. Why isn't there just a small amount of classes? So you have men's physique, like literally men's physique, and there's a natural men's physique lineup, and there's like let's say you can enter that as a natural. There's bodybuilding, and it's just like tall and short depending on how many people there are. You know, there's classic, there's one class, or tall and short, depending on how many people there are. And you literally just go, okay, cool. If you decide to do these shows, you can get a PCA Pro card if you win the overall and you're standard, but it gives people a bit more opportunities because you're going to be wanting to prep. Like, doing that Naturals 3 show, as you said, Finn, like, you're just turning up to be like, okay, cool. Maybe people are going to do it, maybe not, you know?
Yeah, it's like there's not an avenue after that. So, like, it's like you say, it's like season A, season B almost. Like I've got some people doing that PCA Naturals 3, but that's their last show.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's not much after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure they'll rejig it over the like. I think I'm surprised they didn't change it this year.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't go. Oh, the finals was shit. The Saturday was great.
Yeah.
The Sunday just was not a vibe.
Yeah.
It was literally the same people, but not as many of them.
Yeah.
Like Saturday was awesome. Maybe we should learn from that and do like the last qualifier 6 weeks before or 4 weeks before, and then. But I think they'll adjust it as we go.
The way that it works for Universe is like, and this is I think what they were copying. Universe is a 2-day show, but you've got the qualifier the day before. I just remembered. So you've got the qualifier, the Universe qualifier on the Saturday, and then the Universe like show on the Sunday. Because obviously you'll get people that fly in from like PCA Thailand and stuff like that. They have to qualify, but they might have already qualified in, let's say, their Fed or whatever. So they don't need to do that Saturday show. So they can fly and do Saturday if they want to, or they can do Sunday and just turn up. So not all the time is the same top three. And also with enhanced bodybuilding, a day can be pretty substantial to some places. Within natural bodybuilding, it's like you literally just take the top three and go, are you turning up tomorrow? Okay, cool. Enjoy the same placing. You know, like, unless you're just a fucking idiot. Like, it's like nothing's going to change. Like, you're natural. There's not going to be, oh yeah, man, add a bit more salt. Let's have an extra 20 carbs tomorrow. You'll be bursting full. Nothing's going to really change. So, as you said, Finn, like, it is a bit of an awkward one. I definitely think how they've got the natural setup could be improved pretty significantly, in my opinion.
I agree. I think that across like the majority of the natural feds. I think the UK DFBA's got it right this year.
Yeah.
I think the WNBF's got it miles off. Yeah. PCA 6 out of 10 could be better.
Yeah.
BNBF, that's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing BNBF this year.
Yeah.
I agree with WNBF. They need more qualifiers.
My suggestion for the WNBF on my podcast, shout out BSB, was to do, so like you'd have the British finals, of course, but then do like Scotland, England, Wales and Ireland, or like there is already an Ireland show, but maybe a Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So like you're almost going for a national title at every show and potentially an opportunity to win your pro card if you're off standard, but then you'd still have the British at the end.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
There just needs to be more like, or even have that first show as a 2-day show where it's a qualifier, like an opportunity to not necessarily win a pro card, but qualify to then go and do other shows abroad. Because like, I'd have done that, and then I'd have gone and done WNBF Spain, and that'd have been perfect.
Yeah.
But obviously, if it's just first time as a novice, like you can't do it. So yeah. Right, well, let's wrap it up there, guys.
Sound?
Anything,
Cool.
Anything to leave us on?
Gayest thing we've done this week?
It's Monday, isn't it? Do we do? Well,
Yeah.
today's supposed to be Monday. Do we do the gay thing on Thursday?
Can I tell you mine from last week?
Yeah, Finn, we need to stop
That I
gatekeeping
wanted to
this.
share with you.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm calling it the Fruities thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Right.
we were supposed to change it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get cancelled. I went for a Sunday dinner with my flatmate, and we were both looking at the menu. You are?
And bummed him.
Not far off. Right, we're both looking at the menu, and I went, "Ooh, what do you fancy for dessert?" And he went, "Ooh, I'm torn. I kind of fancy what were it, like a sticky toffee pudding, and then some kind of like tart." I went, "Oh, I'm fancying the same. Shall we go half and half?" And he
Did
went,
you say that you did that with the girl that you went on a date with?
"What are you on about?"
Finn, come on, man. You've got to keep him undercover. Because,
No, it was with George.
yeah,
Duh.
at this, it's gone red. At this point, Finn, I doubt the females in question, and I'm saying females, are listening. I don't think they're going to be listening. I mean, technically, Josh, maybe one female is listening, but not the females you're dating. So
No, maybe my ex. Maybe she's listening.
maybe she's probably listening. But yeah, away from that, when it comes to the female,
Oh, mate, I'm slow.
I don't think they're going to be.
You
Yeah.
fucking are, mate.
Yeah.
When I went for a Sunday dinner with George. Yep. Sweet.
Right, it was with George. Sorry, guys.
Shout out, George.
I can't remember what mine was.
Yeah.
There's something that came up, and I'm sure like Megan probably brought it up.
Yeah.
Or, at the weekend I went. So basically, I went shopping for my dad and my sister's birthday. It was my sister's birthday a while back. Anyway, I saw my dad and my sister this weekend, and I needed to get them some stuff. I went to Tesco, but I also wanted to get myself some flowers, some fake flowers for my vase in my house, on my kitchen table. So I got myself some fake flowers, pink ones as well. And I also bought myself a pistachio and coconut crackle candle. And in the shop, I said out loud, like, "Oh, fuck yeah, that's a bit of me."
Yeah.
On my own shopping, because I saw a pistachio candle. And it is a
Nice.
bit of me. It fucking smells great.
Is it? I bought a new candle yesterday.
Aren't candles great?
They're so underrated.
Yeah.
Shout out candles.
Right, Reece,
If anyone's listening that's got a candle company and they want to
Yeah.
sponsor us,
yeah,
go ahead.
especially like if it's a crackle wick. I just love that noise.
Oh, also, what I will say, Finn, you would have fit perfectly in at FIBO. There's, sniffies. They were giving out free, literally to every
I
single
don't know
person.
sniffies.
No, oh, you're not affiliated with them.
You don't fuck with them.
Oh,
I only know Nays and PC15.
okay, mate. Every single person in this expo hall was just walking around, and it was like there was more guys wearing them than not because they were giving out for free. And I think they were like saying as a joke, like longest person to keep it on, yeah, like stuff like that. So it was honestly like every single person was walking around them, and I was like, oh, men used to go to war. This is sad.
I've actually never even heard of sniffies,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. But no, I'd say, to be fair, I'm not going to go for the fruitiest thing I've done this week. I'm going to go for, oh my God, ice cream van. I'm going for ice cream. I'm going to go for the most shithousery thing I've done. So I put this on my close friend story. When I was throwing stuff.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. Amazing, mate. The Tebio booth, I was legit trolling people for fun. Like, it was fantastic. I hit a kid a fully grown adult in his glasses with a protein bar when he wasn't looking. Bang, glasses fell off, eyes watering. I'm at the top just dying in laughter, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, mate. And he's just like, it's all right, mate. Swatted him in the face. I got given some clothes that might have been slightly different sizes to the people I gave them to for nothing other than motivation. So I was like, small. There you go. So that was that. I also threw down a protein box a few times. I was like, threw it. Bearing in mind, it clearly has not got anything in, and people were running and trying to grab it, and they'd open up the box, and there was nothing in there, and they were just looking so disappointed.
I was like, you honestly couldn't find me. Like, I won't be found dead doing that.
I'm going to be honest.
Like, at the bottom of a thing, like begging.
Oh, no,
right.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant throwing. Mate, the throwing was like a serious endorphin rush. I felt like I had this like god complex of like, I am in control of making your day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just troll. I'm going to take the piss. But like there was a point where I was down like on the floor where there was like a slight elevated stand, and I had like people tap me and be like, leggings, medium, and I was like, no, like, stop begging. Like, I'm not.
I'd be like, this isn't my job.
Yeah.
Like, my job isn't to fucking serve you clothes.
People stood there we did it for an hour on one of the days, and it was like, it was fun, like, because you get like some towels and you can frisbee them across an expo hall, or launch a protein bar at a kid with glasses. Like, it's fun. But like the people there were like, there was one girl and she had like in her bag at the end of the bag, like the end of the thing, 3 wash. They had like these wash towels that were like quite like double, triple wrapped. I could see in her back 3 wash towels, and she was like grabbing them from other people. Loads of hair clips, a t-shirt, and it was like, when you throw down like a wash, how many wash towels do you really need? Like, surely you can just go, I don't need
love
this.
Free shit.
Yeah.
That's what people go to these expos for.
Yeah.
It's like they just love free shit.
Yeah. So it was a bit bizarre, but it was cool. But like that was the anti. That was like the shithousery thing of the week. So that's going to be my entry for something I've done this week, which I thought was
You
quite
need
fun.
to think more. Like, I need to go right now, but you need, for next episode, think about your fruitiest thing of the week.
Okay, we'll do.
And next episode, we'll discuss content that we didn't like this week.
Amazing! Can't wait. I just got a quick phone call.
I haven't even seen
I've
it.
just got a quick
it.
phone call before I can speak about that. Okay, I'll be back in 15 minutes, and I'll let you know.
I haven't seen it. Mine is anything that Reece has done. I haven't watched any content.
I just hate Reece.
And I'm not even joking. So I don't know what this controversy is. So I'm actually interested to know in the next
I've
episode.
not done anything wrong here. This is actually for once.
My least
I'm
favourite
not at fault.
content was my own content.
Oh, okay.
Or rubbing me down.
Mate, we've popped off.
I know that is bad content, but it's got you some followers on it and some gay messages.
Lots of gay messages.
Josh, can you
Right.
can you change the tag to me? Can you please change the tag to me instead of Finn? That'd be great. Just let's just rotate. We just all upload it. Just change who it is. Like
I'll change it to Lee Kemp.
We've all been getting messages. Even Ed. Ed said he's barely in it, and I've been getting messages. He was like, "I've even got like loads of new followers." Right.
Crazy.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining us. Please like, subscribe, as always. Any story tags always appreciated, and we will be back soon.
Bye.